guys, it's the Red Viking. Hope you're all well. I'm back today with another video. My previous collection update video, I showed you a few death metal classics that I've picked up over the last few months. And today I'm going to show you a few more recent death metal pickups. So first up, it's one that you've probably seen quite a bit. Quite a lot of you I know have shown this over the last few months. This is Undeath with It's Time to Rise from the Grave. Now, this has had, shall we say, a lot of hype. I've seen quite a lot of media outlets raving about it, seeing good reviews on Angry Metal Guy, on Banger TV, everywhere seems to absolutely rave about this album. Now, it's got one of the classic unreadable death metal logos, which I've got to say I love. The artwork is pretty cool as well. Got an altar there with some dude reading from the Bible and his head exploding. In the background, you've got some kind of portal to a hellscape or something. Mountains in the background. Bit of a cheesy album title, I think it's fair to say. It's Time to Rise from the Grave. But yeah, I'd heard a lot of it about it. It's on Prosthetic Records, so I thought I'd pick it up. It was on Amazon for about 15, 20 quid. Can't remember exactly how much I paid for it now. Comes with a nice insert with the lyrics, most of which are pretty silly, it's fair to say. And then you've got a human chandelier in black and white on the back. Describes itself as skull-crushing death metal. Gotta be honest, I don't think this quite deserves the hype that it has received. I got it on what they call blood and bone vinyl, which is basically, it's actually more of a purpley kind of colour with white splodges. Looks fantastic. Looks great when it's spinning on the player. But yeah, I was a bit disappointed after all the hype I'd seen for it. It's got rave reviews pretty much everywhere I've seen, and I didn't think it was as good as it was claimed to be. I've only listened to it 4 or 5 times, and I enjoyed it, don't get me wrong. It's good fun, gruesome death metal. I don't think the production is fantastic, it's a bit murky. And the vocals are very in your face, and I do think the vocals are one of the weaker points. It's quite splurgy kind of vocal style. I don't mind it. Overall, it's a solid album. I'd probably give it 3 out of 5, something like that, but I've seen it get absolute rave reviews. I don't really think it's worth them, to be perfectly honest with you. Not a bad record by any means, but probably not worth all the hype it's been receiving. Old school death metal kind of sound. We've heard a lot of it recently, and I don't think it's up there among the best of the old school death metal releases that have come out recently. This one came out a few months ago, back in sort of April, May maybe, time of year this year. But yeah, check it out. It's not bad. You probably already have checked it out, to be honest with you, if you're into death metal and the old school side of things. It looks cool. The artwork's great. The vinyl looks great. Probably looks better than it sounds, in my opinion. But I don't mean to slag it off. I think I'm probably being a bit harsh there. But I didn't enjoy it as much as I was expecting to, given the rave reviews I'd seen from it. Definitely worth a listen though. Next up is Coffin Mulch with Septic Funeral. Now check that out for artwork. How good is that? Got some giant demon skeleton fella stabbing himself through the chest with a massive sword with a bone for a hilt. Lots of skulls and viscera in the foreground. Yeah, basically bleeding out the mouth. You can see his spine coming through his chest. Gnarly artwork, absolutely fantastic. These dudes are from Glasgow, and they make, shall we say, well, they're at the slower end of death metal. It's quite gloomy, bit of a almost doomy sort of sound to it. Very slow paced at times, very sort of gargled vocals. Very, very good album. Really enjoyed this one. It's quite short. There's only, I think, 6 tracks on it. Yeah, 6 tracks. It's out on At War with False Noise Records. You can get it on their Bandcamp. I think I got one of the last copies of it in this particular colour though, on the red vinyl. I think I might have ended up having to get it from, yeah I did, I got it from a distro, I got it from Stoic Strength, because they didn't have any of these left on their Bandcamp and I really wanted this colour. So yeah, it's really good stuff, really enjoyable. You can see the label there, and then on the other side, got a Murky face. And this one was limited to 500 copies of red vinyl. It's the third pressing. Glad I managed to pick it up. Definitely recommend checking it out. It's like HN2 infused, gloomy, quite slow paced, stompy, with a bit of D beat going on. Definitely recommend checking this out. This came with a poster, but it's not just a poster, it's also the insert. I mean, I don't think too many people will probably end up putting that up because you got the lyrics and that artwork on the back, but I guess if you were that way inclined, you could put that poster up on your wall if you so wanted to. I will be leaving it in the sleeve with the vinyl. Next up is a local band from here in Manchester. Seen them a number of times over the years. Never actually owned any of their music, but I have seen them at local metal shows plenty of times over the course of the years. And I saw them also at Incineration Festival back in the spring. It's Fetal Juice. Good set of lads from Manchester. Absolutely fantastic album. This is their latest record. I think it was initially released last year, and I think the vinyl version only came out fairly recently. I picked it up on their Bandcamp. Got some lovely artwork there. Some gluttonous demon with their, probably shouldn't be showing that, that's a bit naughty down there. Great logo, great band, great fun. The lyrics are all insane, shall we say. Got a song there, Take Your Face for a Shit. That's the first opening track, delightful. Antagonistic Bastard, Spirit Leech. The lyrics are hilarious. It's brutal death metal, it's fast, it's ferocious, almost a bit grindy in places. They've got another CD which you can pick up on their Bandcamp as well as this. I got the t-shirt at the same time, which you've seen me wear in one or two videos. Great band, really enjoy this album. I highly recommend checking it out if you don't know Fetal Juice. I got it on green vinyl. Got it from the Bandcamp. Fetal Juice, Gluttony. Highly recommend giving them a go. If you enjoy a bit of fast, ferocious, brutal death metal, give them a go. They're fucking great. And finally, I saw a Metal Marty Mac mention this. I wasn't aware of this album. This is Savage Land by Gruesome. It's a Relapse Records issue. Now this is a number of the dudes who went out on tour as Death to All a couple of years ago. You've got Daniel Gonzalez on guitar, Matt Harvey on guitar and vocals, Gus Rios on drums and Robin Mason on bass. And they're basically a death tribute band, as you might be able to tell from the artwork and the logo. Pretty sure that's got to be, yeah, it is. It's Ed Repka who's done the artwork there. He did a lot of the early death stuff. Obviously a lot of classic albums, as you will be well aware. And this is, just as I say, it is pure death worship. It's, I'd probably put it somewhere between the leprosy and spiritual healing eras. And again, I think the artwork kind of, it's a bit leprosy-esque. I think it's a tribute to that. The vinyl looks great. It's like sort of blood splodges. It's called Savage Land, and I think they've done another album. I will be looking into that. It's good fun. Nothing new, of course. It's a blatant copy of Death, but that's what I was signing up for when I got it, and it sounds great. Really enjoyed it. Highly recommend trying it out if you haven't already. I didn't actually get to see the Death to All tour, but when I heard about that, when I saw it on Marty's channel, cheers for that one, Marty. Much appreciated. I had to pick it up. Again, it was only 15-20 quid. Massively enjoyed it. Check it out if you haven't done already. So that's it for this particular update. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please leave me a like and leave me a comment if you've got anything to say about these records yourself. Thank you very much for watching. Take care. I'll see you all soon. Beardy Red Viking, out.